What's going on, everyone? It's Alex here from Alex Physio. So today we're going to be going over 3 of the most commonly prescribed physiotherapy exercises. Welcome. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Alexander Kravich. I'm a physiotherapist in Vancouver, British Columbia. Today we're going to be going over 3 of the most commonly prescribed physiotherapy exercises that I've found in my career. First exercise we're going to do is the banded external rotation or cable external rotation. So I don't have a cable on me or a cable machine, but we'll just be using this band, and I'll use my other hand as the counterbalance. So from here, what we're trying to do is elbows at our side, elbows bent to 90 degrees, shoulder blades are back and down. And from here, I'm just trying to rotate my shoulder against the resistance of the band. Just trying to rotate the shoulder against the resistance of the band. And again, we're trying to work, in this case, our rotator cuff muscles, primarily our infraspinatus and our teres minor muscle. Just trying to work on an introduction to the primary function of those 2 muscles, which is external rotation. Okay? Again, you can make this challenging or easier based on the resistance of the band or how much weight you're using or even how much range of motion you're going through. The key thing though is that when you are doing it, that you're starting with your shoulder blades squeezed and down throughout. You're not rounding your shoulder blades and squeezing as you're going in and out, and you're not using a dumbbell to do it based on where the resistance is being applied and the direction of force. That's exercise 1, the banded external rotation. Exercise 2, we're going to do the glute bridge. So what this is going to look like is my knees are going to be bent and my feet on the floor. Here I actually want you to think about having your knees out slightly. They're not facing straight ahead, but slightly out. Just allows you to get a little bit more range. From here, you're trying to squeeze your bum muscles together. And you're just trying to lift your bum off the ground. So again, you should be primarily feeling it in your bum muscles, a little bit in your hamstrings. And you're just trying to come up, squeeze, and then come back down. Okay, so again, squeeze bum muscles, lift up, knees slightly out until your hips are straight. Come back down. You're not trying to go too high up. You're not trying to just arch your back, or you're not trying to sag too much. Again, you're trying to get as high as you can by only using primarily your bum muscles and a little bit of your hamstrings. Your foot position is going to play a role in terms of which muscles you're going to feel a little bit more. So if your feet are closer to your bum, you're going to get a little bit more drive through your bum. But if your feet are a little bit further from your bum, you're going to feel it a little bit more in the hamstring muscles, because the hamstrings also actually straightens your hip as well. Okay. Reasons why this exercise is relatively common to prescribe as a physio exercise is that it requires no equipment, simple to do, and it's a great introduction to individuals trying to get a little bit more in tune with regards to their body, working on activating their bum muscles, and it is a weight-bearing exercise, so you have to push into the ground to do it. So it is good for strengthening multiple muscles, helping to strengthen your bones as well because of the load that's being applied to the ground. Okay, that's exercise 2, the glute bridge. Exercise 3, last but certainly not least, is the clamshell. So the way this is going to look like is we're going to go feet stacked and knees stacked on top of each other, and you're keeping your feet stacked as you try to lift your top knee up. Okay, so we're working on externally rotating our hip. Should have your top hand on the outside of your hip just to feel that muscle activation. Again, this is good just for people who have just started on their recovery and rehab if they have some hip pain or different kind of hip pathologies, just meant to work on that muscle activation. Again, some people really don't like prescribing this exercise because it's not very functional, or there's a lot of better bang for your buck exercise, but regardless, this is just an exercise that's very simple to do. Again, no equipment. You can challenge it by using a resistance band and applying it above your knees, in between them. You can challenge it by making, you try to go up a little bit higher in the range of motion and slow the tempo. But the key here when you're doing it, that you're not just rotating at your pelvis. Okay, you're trying to keep your pelvis stacked on top of each other, or each half of the pelvis stacked on top of each other, so that the movement is only happening at that hip joint. So you shouldn't be able to get too high up with the range, just based on your hip range of motion that is available with most individuals. So again, good way just to kind of get some of the muscles firing, and a relatively simple exercise to start with, but there are some nuances just with making sure that you're doing it properly. So there you have it. We went over the 3 most commonly prescribed physiotherapy exercises. We went over the external rotation for our shoulders, we went over the glute bridge, and we went over the clamshell. What are some exercises that you've been prescribed for your physiotherapy rehab and recovery? Let me know down in the comments below. Hopefully you found some value in this video and just learning a little bit more about this exercise and some of the specifics with regards to tips to making sure that you're doing it properly. If you did find value, please consider checking out some of my other videos. I have almost 500 videos on various physio, exercise, and medical related topics. If you still find value, please consider subscribing to my channel. It really allows my channel to grow, allows me to reach a wider audience. I've just recently become monetized over the last few months, so a huge shout out and thank you to all my subscribers and everybody who has tuned in and helped to support this channel as I'm continuing to grow and build and develop. I really appreciate the support and the love that everyone has shown me in the comments, and I try to respond to every single comment and just trying to reach as many people as I can. So thank you so much to my subscribers, and thank you for following me on my journey. Until then, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.